Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my Wake and Stretch for May in my new location, outdoors. If you've not joined me before, this is me sharing my personal practice and doing an intuitive flow. So what that means is that I'll do the flow whatever I need that day. If I need an active flow, if I need a passive, more gentle, if I need yin. And I do think that yin will come into play this month. They didn't really do it last month in April, but I have a feeling I'll do some of that this month. Anyhow, the dogs are around. Zeus and Lokey are literally to my side here. They're just not in the camera. And Socks is nearby as well, so we'll see what happens with them. They behaved themselves yesterday, more or less, so let's hope they do the same thing today. All right, so just like always with these wake and stretches, I'm not going to give you over explanation of poses. I may give little tips here and there, but generally speaking, I'll give you the name of the pose. And if I don't know the name of the pose, or it's a pose that I've made up, I will explain it. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna jump on the mat. I feel like moving today, so today will probably be a little bit more on the active side. I do have a block set and ready to go, so if you have anything that's similar to a block or a block itself, then go ahead and grab it, and we'll move on to the mat. And I'm gonna start in a seated position, so I'll meet you there. So finding a nice comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. I'm just gonna give a little shake out of the arms here. They're feeling a little stiff this morning. And I'm gonna start with a few moments just sitting and breathing. Deep breaths are always okay. Eyes can close. Or if you're not comfortable closing them, you can always just gaze down towards the tip of your nose or towards the floor. And just breathe. If you'd like to make your way into some ujjayi breath, the ocean breath, is a good idea. It helps to warm the body. Oh, that's Zeus's fault. He walked right into the tripod. Dude. Hi, Susie. Bless you. There's nothing like a dog leaning up against your chest. You're trying to breathe. Oh, bud. I love you too. Oh. He's a little bit of a clumsy dog, but we love him anyway. So just staying with your breath for a few more moments. Gradually start to deepen the breath. Let your eyes start to blink open. I'll work a little bit on the neck today. I think I slept a little bit funny, so I'm just going to get some nice movement through the neck, nothing too deep or too extreme. Exhaling and bringing the chin down to the chest. Keeping the rest of the spine nice and stacked and tall. And then gently, with the breath, moving the right ear to the right shoulder. And gently bringing the chin back down through center. And shifting the left ear to the left shoulder. Gently coming back down through center, going one more time each side. Gently bringing the head back through center. And rolling down through the spine. If you are sitting on a prop, just gently remove it, place it to the side, and continue your journey forward. Get a nice stretch, nice opening. And gently rolling up through the spine. Exhaling where you need to. Here comes Miss Socks and Mr. Zeus. Hello. Good morning. And from here I'll move into tabletop. Actually, from tabletop, let's take screaming toe. Let's get those feet right off the bat. So tucking the toes underneath, making sure the pinky toe is adjusted as well so that it's included. Sitting up nice and tall, letting the feet open up. One more breath here. And then gently releasing down. Let the feet go. Slowly and gently roll the ankles, point flex the feet. Just to get them prepared for the practice ahead. And then from here, let's come into a downward facing dog. Either being in stillness or pedaling through the feet. Start to find those little nuances, pulling the belly up and in. And find your breath. From here, on an inhale, lift the head, walk the feet forward, bring the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. I'm doing this a few more times, following the breath pattern. So inhaling, lifting halfway, and exhaling, fold. One more time. And staying in Uttanasana, legs can be bent or straight. I'm going to bring the block underneath my left hand here. And inhale the right arm up, bend the left knee, come into a twist. Take another inhale here. And then exhale, bring it back and switch. Stay in the twist for a breath. And then bring it back. So I'm intentionally bringing my spine a little bit taller. I don't want so much intensity on the low back or hamstrings just yet. I'll get there. I'm just trying to ease into the practice today. One more time each side. If you have a prop under your hands, move it to the side. Take your Uttanasana. Then inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up through vertical. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Taking a few breaths here. And on my next inhale, the arms are going to come up. Exhale, bring the weight into the left foot. Right thigh bone lifts up. Flexing the foot, finding the length in the spine, just balancing here for a few breaths. And keep this top leg active. Bend the standing knee. I'm trying something new here. And then I'm going to take this whole shape, the right leg in the spine, and hinge on the left thigh. So I'm coming towards a warrior three, but my back leg is straight. So is my standing knee. And I'm going to extend back and find crescent pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, find the balance. So that this front of the hip gets a nice opening. Shoulders relaxed. Start to engage the abdominals so the front ribs pull together. Taking another inhale here. On the exhale, coming back to that balance. Bringing the right thigh bone up. And gently place it down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, half sun salutation. Exhale as you fold. Exhale, hands to the heart, weight into the right foot, pulling the left thigh bone up towards the chest, flexing the ankles, so there's lots of energy there. Lengthen through the spine. Make sure your hip bones are as parallel as possible. And bend the right knee. I'm going to hinge on that right hip, so everything else is a space hold. You're not moving anything else, although I'm talking with my hands again. Way to go, Jersey girl. So from here, lifting out of the waist, taking the whole shape forward, finding that warrior three with bent legs, and then gently lowering the left foot, finding crescent pose. It's just a more thoughtful transition rather than just shooting the leg back and plopping it down. Keeping the front of that left hip opening up. If you want an extra challenge for this balance, try closing your eyes. Good. One more nice inhale. If your eyes are closed, open them. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Lift that left leg back up to the chest. And gently place the foot back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Half sun salutation. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Let's take a full sun salutation. Exhale the hands down, step a foot back to plank. Stay in plank for a breath. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose, your choice. I think I'm going to move into child's pose. We haven't done this one yet. And from here, finding downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Make it a twist. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hips. Exhale, bring the thigh to the chest and hover in plank. I'm going to move it into a side plank or falling star, if you know what that is. So I'm rolling onto the big toe edge of my left foot, right foot steps in front of the belly button. Left arm reaches up, and I'm pressing my hips up. And I take the top arm over the ear for a little extra side stretch. bringing that left hand back to the mat. Find your squared three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Find crescent pose. Knees are soft. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart, warrior three. Inhale, bringing it all the way up to vertical and finding tree pose. And inhaling the arms up. Let's take that left foot, cross it over the thigh, and bend the standing leg, coming into chair. Now you can place your arms wherever you'd like them to go. Find that balance again. There we go. And see if you can sit back. I'm feeling the hamstring and the hip. Hamstring of the standing leg and the hip of the top leg. Gently bring it back up. Finding Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat. Vinyasa it out or press back to down dog or child's pose. Three-legged dog, left leg up and back, make it a twist. Inhale, straighten the legs, square up the hips. Exhale, side of the chest, hover in plank. And we'll go into that falling star. Left leg in front of the belly, standing onto the right foot. Lifting the hips. And then letting the top arm sweep over the ear. Letting the right hand come back down. Find your three-legged dog nice and square. Exhale, step it through. Crescent pose. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Take a few breaths with the arms. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart, finding warrior three. Inhaling, coming up to vertical, finding tree pose. Letting the arms extend up overhead. Exhaling, bringing the hands back to the heart, crossing the ankle. Oh no, wait, the arms stay up, don't they? Let's keep the arms up and find that cross-legged chair. Coming back up to vertical. Finding Tadasana and moving through a Vinyasa. Nice. Good, so I'm going to repeat some of that and add on a little bit. I feel an arm balance in our future. Inhale the right leg up and back. Find it a nice twisted three-legged dog. And from here, if you'd like, flip your dog into wild thing. Nice, beautiful pose, opening the heart, the front of the body, back bending. And gently bring it back to three-legged dog. Exhale, side of the chest, find the falling star. If you'd like extra intensity here, you can let the right leg float. Or not, either way. Find yourself back to a squared off three-legged dog. Step it through. Crescent pose, inhaling as you rise. Exhaling, hands to the heart, moving into tree pose right away. That's not tree pose, warrior three. Haha. Now coming up to tree pose. Finding that cross-legged chair. Now there is an arm balance to be had here. If you know where I'm going, feel free to go there. I haven't tried this in ages, so I have no idea what's going to happen either. So first take it into a forward fold. That's step one. Now if this is intense, then stay here. If you'd like to go into the full, then hook your foot around your tricep. Yeah? You have to bend enough so that the hands come flat. The knee is in the armpit. Keep the abdominals active. See what happens here. If you can peel off that right foot, you've got it. Gently bring it back. Find your Uttanasana. Shake it out. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Vinyasa. All right, moving on to the other side. Inhaling the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Make it a twist. Stay here or flip your dog. If you have flipped your dog, flip it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, side of the chest. Find your falling star. Oh, thanks for the kisses, Zeus. Ugh. Then from here, squared off, three-legged dog. Step it through, crescent pose, inhaling as you rise. Let's take one breath with the arms. As you exhale, warrior three. Bringing it up to tree pose. And from here, cross-legged chair. Start sticking your booty out behind you. Bring the hands down to the mat. Find that forward fold if it's available to you. Hook your foot around the tricep. Knees in the other armpit. Walking the hands forward. At least I have to walk forward a little bit just to find my weight. Elbows come towards a chaturanga. One side always works a little better than the other, so we'll see what happens on this side. Ooh. When you're finished, unlace everything, find your Tadasana, shake it out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and move through vinyasa. Go to child's pose or downward facing dog. Taking rest for a few breaths. And then finding your way back to downward facing dog. Actually, flip myself. Yep. We're making our way through a warrior 2 sequence. Inhaling the right leg up and back. Exhale, make it a twist. If you'd like to flip your dog again, go ahead and flip it. Oh, hi Zeus. And flip it back, 3-legged dog. Oh, I forgot falling star. Falling star. Now bring it to 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Warrior 2. Hi, buddy. Ooh, I don't know about where you guys are, but it is steamy here today. Good, so I'm just gonna flow a little bit with this front leg. If you'd like to use the arms, you can inhale them up and then exhale them back to that shoulder height position for warrior 2, or just leave them on your waist. Inhaling as you lift up and exhaling as you bend the knee. One more time. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms come up by the ears. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, come back up to vertical. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lift the arms, straighten the leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Stay for a breath. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend the knee, warrior 2. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, triangle pose, stay for 2 breaths. One more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Staying for 3 breaths. Inhale, lifting up through vertical. Exhale, warrior 2, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior to the inside of the front leg. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands to the inside of the front foot. Flip to a squared high lunge. And gently lower down the back knee. Find lizard pose. Right foot walks out to the edge of the mat. Outwardly rotate the thigh bone. You can stay up on your hands, or if you prefer, you can fold forward, up to you. You can take it into a twist if you like a twist, or you can go deeper and make it a quad stretch. Totally up to you, whatever your intuition is telling you this morning. From here, bring yourself back to a high lunge. Square off the front leg, and we'll take half Lord of the Fish. So the left knee will tuck to the outside of the front foot. Spiral around. Excuse me. Enjoy the twists, enjoy the glute opening. Maybe you feel this in IT band. Gently bring it back. Find your way to your plank, vinyasa if you'd like, down dog or child's pose. All right, so moving on to the second side, finding your way into your downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, make it a twist. Either stay here or flip your dog into wild thing. I'm getting more Zeus kisses on my hand. Thanks, buddy. And then gently flip it back. Find your three-legged dog, thigh to the chest, falling start. If you'd like to lift the front leg, lift the front leg. If not, awesome. You know where you need to be. Find your way back to your three-legged dog. And then exhale, step it through. Find your warrior two. Something was biting me. All right. So if you'd like the arms to come out to the side, feel free to do that. Otherwise, you can keep them on the waist or the hips. Flowing with this beautiful left leg. Inhaling as it straightens. Exhaling as it bends. Don't get me. Now bringing the arms into play if they're not already. Inhale, sweep them up over the head. Exhale, find your warrior two. Inhale, float it up. Keep the legs straight this time. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, bring back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg and the arms. Exhale, triangle pose, staying for a full breath. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms lift, leg straightens. Exhale, triangle pose, staying for 2 breaths. Inhale, bringing it up to vertical. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, triangle pose, staying for 3 breaths. Inhale, bringing it all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Staying in warrior two, interlace the fingers behind the back, opposite thumb on top. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hum the warrior to the inside of the front leg. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, release the hands down, square off to a high lunge, and find your lizard pose on this side, whatever that means to you. You can stay up on your hands, you can fold forward, you can twist it, you can bend up the back leg. Just remember that one side is usually different from the first. From here, find your way into your high lunge. Square off the front leg and we'll find half lord of the fish. Back knee comes to the outside of the front foot. Gently sit and spiral around. Coming back through center, hands to the front of your mat. Find your way back to plank. and take a vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, a down dog or a child's pose. Oh, Zeus wants to hold my hand. Isn't that sweet? Your muddy, gross foot. Staying here for a brief rest. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not. The atmosphere has changed a bit. There are some clouds that have come and covered up the sun. And there is zero breeze. So if you're cold where you are, I'm sending you lots of heat. All right, so from here, excuse me again, let's find downward facing dog just for a brief moment. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, find your pigeon pose. Now lately I haven't really been loving this pose. It's been wreaking some havoc in my pelvis, especially around the sacrum. So I'm not gonna stay here long. And I'm gonna keep it lifted so there's not so much weight. I'm also, and this is different from my teaching in the past, I'm keeping the knee more centralized than out to the side. I have found as time goes by, as I get a little older, that when the thigh is out to the side, I really start to get pain in the sacral area. So where the flat portion of the pelvis is, right above the tailbone. I'm trying to be ginger and gentle about that. Because nobody likes a pain in the ass, you know what I mean? From here, gently releasing, and stepping back to down dog. Pedaling through. And then moving on to the other side. Inhaling the left leg up and back. Exhale, sweeping it through. Generally, in most of my practices, I'll do a different variation of pigeon so that the thigh bones are going in the same direction, meaning in the front of the body or underneath. In this position, it's more of a split. And when one thigh bone's going in one direction and the others, when they're going in separate directions, here's my prop here. The pelvis has two parts, right? And it connects in the back. So when the thigh bones, if you have a lot of mobility back there, the pelvis can actually tilt a little bit in opposite directions. And I think that's what's causing some of my pain. Not totally sure, haven't seen a doctor or anything like that, but I've been studying anatomy for a very long time. And I did learn this from a doctor. So maybe there's some truth in it. Anyway, I'm gonna release out of this now. Finding downward facing dog. Pedaling through. And then making my way to a seated position. Legs extend out in front. Give it a good shake. And what seated poses shall we do today? I think I would like to do a little bit more twisting. So I'm going to take a Paschimottanasana to start, which is a forward fold. Go ahead and take yours wherever you'd like it to go. And I'm going to be mindful here of my low back. I want to keep it nice and extended. I'm not looking to stretch the low back today, more so the hamstring. So I'm really actively tilting my pelvis forward so that the tail and the sit bones are going out behind me. Gently come up through vertical and give the legs a good shake. All right, now that that's a little bit more open, I'm going to keep the pelvis nice and active, hopefully vertical. I'm going to take the left hand to the right foot and gently bring it up. I'll wait till the peacock is done singing. Are you done, buddy? Okay. And sitting up tall against that leg. Now, if your hamstrings aren't open, then a bent knee is probably where you're at, and that's fine. As long as you're feeling something through the hamstring, you're good. Now you can stay here and enjoy this twist. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can bring it into a full twist and even bind the arm behind, but make sure both sit bones are on the mat. And doing your best not to rotate the floating leg foot inward. So what is that? That's my right foot. I'm trying to imagine I'm standing on it. But coming back to a squared torso, maybe pulling the leg a little closer, and then gently releasing it down. Sitting up tall again. I'm moving now to the second side. Right hand to the left foot, lifting it up, both sit bones secure on the mat. If you'd like to go deeper, you can twist it and or bind it. Gently bringing it back to a squared position. If you'd like to try to pull the leg a little closer, and then gently release it out. And I think today I'm going to move into a nice straddle position. I'm feeling like the inner thighs need a little love. And this is the kindest way that I can do this. Because there's frog pose, but frog pose can be way intense. So this is a little less on the intense side. So take your legs to whatever widest position you'd like to, and take an easy forward fold. If that means that you're just up on your fingertips and that's where the intensity is, no problem. You want to be kind to your body. Even if you're working on your flexibility, you don't want to go too deep too fast. Small increments is what's healthiest, so that you don't tear anything, rip anything, injure anything. And even here, as you start to feel the body open, you can start to either tilt the pelvis so the tail is out more, or walk your hands forward so that the chest lowers to the ground more. And all these little increments are subtle. You don't want a huge change all at once, because the soreness later can be rather intense. Been there, done that, don't want to do that again. Yep. Good. Gently bring yourself back up to vertical. And let's leave the legs kind of in this position. Ooh, the sun's coming back out. Okay. Taking the right foot in. Taking a nice wide Janu Shirshasana. So my hips are in the same position I just bent the right leg in. And I take a side stretch here. Now, if you have a wall, it'd be nice to sit up against the wall so that you can feel your spine on it. But if you're in the middle of a space and you don't have anything to put against your back, no worries. Just imagine that there is one there. So sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to bring the left hand to the right leg. That right elbow is going to come to the left thigh, right? So I have a little bit of a 90-degree angle there. And the other arm is going to lift up and over for a nice side stretch. If it's too intense with this hand up here, then bring it down to the thigh and secure the hip. Press down into the hip. Be mindful of the neck, nice and long, shoulders away from the ears. You can look down at the legs straight ahead or up to the sky or the ceiling, wherever you might be. And slowly, slowly, slowly coming back up to vertical. Adjusting the hips. Oh, no, you know what? Let's not adjust the hips. Let's just switch to the other side. Keep it simple. So sitting up nice and tall, both sit bones down onto the mat. I'm using my right arm now as a kickstand. Letting the elbow press into the leg of the right. Nice side bend here. If you'd like to intensify, the arm can come up and over. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling where you need. Let's bring both legs in for Sukhasana. So Sukhasana is just sitting cross-legged. And take an easy forward fold. So let's take this into a curl. So crown of the head to the chest, rolling down, and then walking it forward from there. Good. Gently rolling up through the spine. Cleaning off any mess that your pets may have made. And then finding your way onto your back. Laying flat with the knees bent, feet flat onto the ground. And moving into bridge pose. Now I'm going to do this a little bit more in a restorative fashion, meaning that I'm going to use the block underneath my hips. Now if you don't have a block, if you have pillows or cushions or towels that you can roll up, then you can use that instead. If you don't have any of these things nearby and you don't feel like going to get them, just do a regular bridge. It's all good. So pressing down through the feet, lifting the hips, bringing the block underneath the pelvis, resting it right on that sacrum that I was talking about before. And if you're using the prop, if you're doing the restorative variation, then just let your shoulders be the way that they are. If you're doing the full variation without anything underneath your hips, then tuck the shoulders underneath, interlace the fingers, and press the arms down. So many flies. I'll leave it up to your discretion if you're doing a regular bridge, how long you want to stay and how many repetitions you'd like to do. My magic number has always been 3. I think I got that from Ashtanga. But totally up to you, right? It's your practice, it's your body. We're just showing up here together. Alright, so if you are still on your props and you want a little bit more for your hips, for the front of the hips, and your lower back still feels okay, you can extend one leg at a time for set 2 Bandhasana. If that feels good, you want a little more length through the body and you feel balanced, you can let the arms extend up overhead. And if you can let go of the abdominals, you'll feel the belly start to hollow out a little bit. You'll feel some stretching, some opening by those hip bones, the lower belly. But if this hurts your back at all, ease out of it. We don't want lower back pain. A little compression is fine, right? If you feel a little bit of pressing there, that's okay. But pain is not okay. We never want to move into pain. Now from here, if the arms are overhead, bring them down by your sides. Gently step the feet up one at a time. Lift the hips up off the block. Gently remove the block out of the way and slowly, slowly lower the hips down to the mat. Stay put for a few breaths. Let your spine come back to neutral on its own time so you're not moving the legs around. And then from here, bring your arms out to the side. Open the feet to the width of your mat. Move the heels down a little bit. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Gently coming back through center, and now go ahead and hug the knees in towards your chest. Leave a little rock from side to side. And from here, how about we just move into Shavasana? Does that sound good? Letting the legs extend long underneath you. Arms out to the side. Palms up, eyes closed. If you're cold, or you feel like you might get cold, bring a blanket over you. And take rest. We'll stay here for about 10 to 20 breaths, somewhere along those lines. our signal. Let's start to deepen the breath. Nature has told us when to wake up. Start to move the fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Give a nice long stretch through the body. Oh, then hug the knees in towards the chest. Give a gentle rock from side to side. And then from here, roll on to your right side, finding fetal position. And gently bring yourself up to a seated position. Hands can rest wherever they're comfortable. If you'd like to bring them to your heart center in a prayer position, feel free to. Or on your heart and belly, or simply on the thighs. Use this opportunity to check back in with your breath. Check in with your body. How does it feel after this practice? And of course, give a few moments of gratitude. Something you're thankful for today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. All right. So I hope you all are feeling pretty good after that practice. Sorry for Zeus waking us up, but as I kind of gave a heads up, I never know what they're gonna do and when they're gonna do it. So our neighbors are out and about working on the rice paddy fields behind me. Right now it looks like a muddy mess, but actually they're organizing them so that in a few weeks the rice will be growing. But you can hear Zeus in the he does not like that they're out there. Anyway, so this completes today's wake and stretch. If you like this, then please share it. It is open to share here on Instagram. I'll reshare it to Facebook and YouTube as well, so give it a like, give it a share. And I also accept donations on Subscribestar. So please, if you like my classes and you want to support me, please head over to Subscribestar. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow evening, wherever you might be. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, my friends. Bye.